Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. In today's class we are going to start a new chapter from the subject mathematics. And what is the chapter's name? The chapter's name is area and perimeter. What is the chapter's name, children? Area and perimeter. So what are we going to learn in this chapter is we learn how to find the perimeter and area of a rectangle and a square, and also to find the area of a triangle by completing the rectangles. Understood, children? What are we going to learn? As the chapter's name is area and perimeter, we are going to learn how to find out the perimeter and area of three shapes, that are rectangle, square and triangle. Now when we look at what is area and perimeter, to understand that, let us look at the example given here. What is it say? Walk along the boundary of your classroom until you reach the starting point. The distance covered by you is called the perimeter of your classroom. What are they saying? To understand the concept of perimeter, simply suppose if this is the starting point. This is your, imagine that this is your classroom. Okay children, in classroom we have a boundary, yes, that is the edge of the classroom. So you have to walk around the boundary. Suppose this is the starting point, start walking from here till here, then this, then cover the whole classroom until you again reach the boundary point, I mean the starting point. Yes, walk along the boundary. You should not go like this and come back. Understood? You have to walk along the boundary. That means you have to walk along the walls of the classroom. Now when you complete one round, that is when you start from the starting point and also end at the starting point, again we have covered this much distance, right? The whole distance. Now that will be called as your perimeter of the classroom. What will it be called as, children? It will be called as the perimeter of the classroom. The distance covered, that is the boundary of your classroom. What did you cover here? You have covered the boundary of your classroom. Now this boundary of your classroom is called as the perimeter of your classroom. P-E-R-I, peri, M-E-T-E-R, perimeter. Clear children? It is just the boundary. Now for example, we are having the flag here. What do we have? We are having the Indian flag, and we want to find out the perimeter of this flag. Just in the previous example, what was the perimeter, children? The boundary was the perimeter. Yes, in the same way, even here, the boundary of the flag becomes our perimeter. What does become our perimeter? The boundary. See this blue line, I am drawing a blue line here, right? Now when I measure the whole distance of this blue line, it will be my perimeter. Now how to measure? If you observe here, it's saying that the cubes, the length of each cube is 1 centimeter. The length and breadth, everything, the squares is the side. One side of the square is equal to 1 centimeter. So how do we calculate this total length? How can we calculate this total length, children? If you look at this flag, it is in the shape of a rectangle. It is in the shape of a rectangle. See, it has breadth and also it has length. It has length and it has breadth. All opposite sides are equal here. So this is in the shape of a rectangle. Now let us measure the length of each side here. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are having four sides of the squares here. Sorry, 6. We are having 6 squares lining here. Now we know that what do we know, children? The length of this one side of the square is 1 centimeter. Now as we are having 6 squares here, the total length becomes 6 centimeters. Yes, this is 1 centimeter, Again this is another centimeter. So when we add all these together, the answer would be 6 centimeters. Now again when we come to this side, how many squares do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we are having 9 squares here. That means 9 sides. 9 sides that are covering the flag. The boundary of the flag is made up of 9 lines here. Now each line is equal to 1 centimeter. As we are having 9, the total length would be 9 centimeters here. Understood? What did we find out just now? This and this. This is 6 centimeters and this is 9 centimeters. Again, as this is a rectangle, what is the property of rectangle, children? Opposite sides are equal. Yes, now when this is 6 centimeters, then the opposite also would be 6 centimeters. The opposite side's length would also be equal to 6 centimeters. In the same way, the bottom side of the flag is of 9 centimeters. So the top would also be equal to 9 centimeters. Why? Because the opposite sides are equal here. 9 centimeters, 9 centimeters, 6 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Now how to find out the perimeter? Now we'll know the length of each side of the flag. Now how do we find out the perimeter of the flag? Perimeter is very simple to find out, children. What did we learn about the perimeter? It is the boundary. It is the boundary. This total length is called as our perimeter. So to find out the total, what will we do? We will add. Yes, we should add the sides, add the lengths of the given sides. What do we have? We have 9 centimeters plus 6 centimeters plus 9 centimeters plus 6 centimeters. See, 9 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6. When we add all of these together, what will our answer be? 9 plus 6, 15. 15 plus 9, 24. 24 plus 6, 30. The total length would be 30 centimeters. The total perimeter. Perimeter means the total boundary area. The total boundary area of the flag is our 30 centimeters. That is nothing but perimeter. So what do you understand from this? The perimeter is the boundary area of the given figure. And how do we find out the perimeter, children? We just have to add the lengths of the given sides. Suppose if I have a shape like this, yes, and I have given the lengths of the different sides. Now how do we find out the perimeter of this shape? It's very simple. Just add all of these together. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2. When I add the length of all the sides, I will get the perimeter of the given figure. See, for example, here they have given a big figure, children. And how many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is having 5 sides. The given figure is having 5 sides. And the length of each side is given. 8 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 5 centimeters and 3 centimeters. What is given? The length of each side is given. And what should we find out? We should find out the perimeter of the given figure. We should find out the perimeter. Again, what is perimeter? This total boundary line is called as our perimeter. So how to find out the perimeter, children? Is equal to P is nothing but perimeter is equal to total length of the given sides, or simply we have to add all the lengths of the given sides. 8 centimeters plus 6 centimeters plus 10 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 5 centimeters. Let us add all these together and see. 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 2, 24. 24 plus 5, 29. 29 plus 3, 32. 32 centimeters is our answer. And what is this? This is the perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but the boundary area. It is found out by adding the lengths of the given sides. Is this clear, children? How to find out the perimeter of a given figure? Now when it comes to the perimeter of a rectangle, just what did we learn just now? We have already found out the perimeter of this flag, which is in the shape of a rectangle, by using a basic rule, that is nothing but adding the lengths of the sides. What is it? Just adding the lengths of the given sides. But for the rectangle and square, children, we have specific formulas. Yes, it is nothing. Even when you apply the formula, the answer will be equal to the length of all the sides. But the mathematicians have given us a formula to find out the perimeter of rectangle. Instead of adding all the sides, we have a little bit smaller formula which helps us to find out the perimeter of a rectangle quickly. Now let us look at it. Observe the following rectangle and their perimeters. What is the rectangle? We are having A, B, C, D. Yes, we are having 4 rectangles. Now what is the perimeter of rectangle A? See, we have already learned we have to just add the lengths of the given sides. So we are adding 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. See, 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. The perimeter of rectangle A would be equal to 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. The perimeter of rectangle A would be 12 centimeters. See, it is equal to 12 centimeters. Now coming to the perimeter of rectangle B. 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. We are having 2 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 2 centimeters and plus 3 centimeters. We have to add all these together. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 3, 10. The total perimeter of the given rectangle B is 10 centimeters. Let us check. Yes, it is 10 centimeters. Now coming to the perimeter of rectangle C. 1 centimeter plus 5 centimeters plus 1 centimeter and plus 5. 1, 5, 1, 5. When we add all these together, 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 5, 11. So 11 centimeter would be the perimeter. Sorry, 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. Yes. So 12 centimeters is the perimeter of rectangle C. And coming to the last rectangle, that is D, the perimeter would be how much? Again adding the length of the sides. 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 6, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. The perimeter of rectangle D is nothing but 20 centimeters. Clear, children? How did we find out it? We first found out the rectangle's perimeter by using the basic knowledge that we have, that is adding the length of the given sides. To find out the perimeter of a rectangle, we add its length 2 times and we add its breadth 2 times. What are they saying? To find out the perimeter of a rectangle, what do? We add its length 2 times and breadth 2 times. Let us see if we have done that or not. See, children, if we take you might get confused which side is the length and which side is the breadth, children. Now here we are having 2 sides that are 5 centimeters in length. Yes, and we are having the other 2 sides whose length is 1 centimeter only. Now from these 2 sides, which is the side with the greater length? Which is the greater one? 5 is the greater one. Yes, so 5 will become our length. 5 centimeters will become our length. And coming to the shorter side, that is 1 centimeter, will be our breadth. Understood? For rectangle D, here 6 is the greater length, so 6 will be the length, and 4 is the smaller length. So 4 will be our breadth. Understood children, the difference between the length and breadth of a rectangle. Length is normally the side which is of the greater length, and breadth of the rectangle is the side which is having a little lesser length. Yes, now coming to the perimeter, what did they say over there? That the perimeter is found by adding the length twice and also the breadth twice or 2 times. Now what is our length here? 5 centimeters is our length. We have to add 5 centimeters 2 times. 5 plus 5 10, and then we have to add the breadth 2 times. 1 centimeter plus 1 centimeter. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. We have added the length 2 times and also adding the breadth 2 times. Overall 10 plus 2 becomes 12. Now 12 is the perimeter. 12 is the perimeter. See, even if we add all the sides together directly, 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1. This is how we have found out the perimeter, right? Now in this, we are having the length 2 times and we are having the breadth 2 times. What are we having children? We are adding the length 2 times and also the breadth 2 times. So to find out the perimeter of the rectangle, it is nothing but, what sentence can we use here? The adding of the length. Therefore, the perimeter of a rectangle is length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. Here we are having 2 lengths. So 2 into length plus, again we are having 2 breadths. 2 into breadth. Yes or no children? What are we doing here? From the given 4 sides of the rectangle, 2 are lengths and 2 are breadths. 2 are length and 2 are breadth. So we are adding the 2 lengths and the 2 breadths together. 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. So it is nothing but, what is it? If we take out the 2 common, 2 into length plus breadth. Understanding children? If we take out the 2 common, 2 is there in both. 2 into length and again we have 2 into breadth. So if we take 2 common, 2 into, what are we doing twice? What are we doing twice here? We are adding the length and breadth twice. So 2 into length plus breadth. We have to add the length and breadth together 2 times. So this will be our formula to find out the perimeter of a rectangle. What is it children? 2 into brackets open length plus breadth. And again it is important that you are placing the brackets. Why? Why? Because when you are writing something inside the brackets, that means you have to do the task first. What is it? You have to do that first. That means first we have to add the length and breadth together. Only after adding them, we have to multiply by 2. Understood children? The brackets are important. Why? Because first we have to add the length and breadth together, and to that sum we will multiply by 2, and the sum we will multiply by 2. Is this clear children? 2 into length plus breadth is the perimeter of a given rectangle. Now let L be the length of the rectangle and B be the breadth of the rectangle. Then the perimeter of the rectangle is given by 2 into L plus B. Now the words length and breadth are big words, right? So for our convenience, instead of writing the big word L, length, we will use the letter L to represent our length. It is called as a short form, nickname. We are giving it a nickname. Now when we say that the length is L and the breadth is B, the first letters of length and breadth, see L and B, then the formula would be P is equal to, what is P? P is nothing but the perimeter here. So the perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. Here brackets also represent multiplication children. Brackets means multiplication. Now 2 into L plus B. What is L? L is the length and B is the breadth. See, this is the longer side, so that is our length. This is the shorter side, so it is our breadth. 2 into L. If we take an example rectangle, children, when I say that the breadth is 2 centimeters and the length is 4 centimeters. Yes, so using this formula, let us apply the lengths and breadths to the formula and find out the perimeter. 2 into, what is the length here? Length is the larger side, that is 4, plus what is the breadth? Breadth is the smaller side, that is 2. So first what did I say? As 4 plus 2, that is length plus breadth, is inside the brackets, we have to add them first. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Now 2 bracket 6 is nothing but 2 into 6, that is equal to 12 centimeters. Understood? Finding out the perimeter of a given rectangle by using the formula. Now coming to perimeter of a square. What did we learn just now? We learnt about perimeter of rectangle. Now let us learn how to find out the perimeter of a square. Now a square is a special rectangle in which the length and the breadth are the same, and we call them as sides. Hence, to find out the perimeter of a square, use the formula for perimeter of a rectangle. What are they saying? If we observe the shapes of rectangle and a square. Now this square and this is a rectangle. Now the square is also a special type of rectangle, but what is the difference between a rectangle and a square, children? They both have 4 sides, yes, but the difference is in rectangle, these two are called as the length and this is called as the breadth. There are only the opposite sides are equal. We have 2 larger sides that are called as the length and 2 smaller sides that are called as the breadth. But whereas in square, all the 4 sides are equal. Isn't this, children? In square, all the 4 sides are equal. There is no separate length and there is no separate breadth. We just call each one as a side. There is no separate length and there is no separate breadth. We call each side as just simply a side. But whereas in rectangle we differentiate. We call it either as a length or we call it as a breadth. Clear, children? Now we can use the same formula for perimeter of rectangle to find out the formula for perimeter of square. Perimeter of rectangle, P of R, that means perimeter of rectangle is equal to what? 2 into length plus breadth. 2 into length plus, sorry, let me write it like this, rectangle. Rectangle is equal to 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. Yes or no? Yes. Now when it comes to square, what did we discuss just now? We discussed that for square we do not have a length and a breadth. We simply have a side. We simply have a side. So instead of writing length and breadth, we can simply write S. That is side. 2 into side plus 2 into side. Isn't this, children? The length and breadth both are the same in our square. So instead of writing length and breadth, we can just simply write as side. Now 2 into side plus 2 into side. Suppose if I have 2 apples plus 2 apples, what will my answer be, children? When I add these two together, my answer would be 2 plus 2, 4 apples. Yes or no? 2 apples plus 2 apples is equal to 4 apples. So in the same way, 2 into S plus 2 into S. 2 into S is nothing but 2S. So 2S plus 2S will be equal to how much? 2 plus 2, 4S. 4S is nothing but 4 into S. When I say 2 apples, that means 2 into apples. We are having 2 apples, that is nothing but 2 into apples. In the same way, when we write 4S, it means that 4 multiplied by S. Is this clear, children? We already learned the formula to find out the perimeter of a rectangle. That is 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. Now using the same formula, we have found out the formula to find out the perimeter of square as well. Instead of length and breadth, we have simply written S. 2 into S plus 2 into S is equal to 4 into S. So that is, S is nothing but what is S here? S is side. S is side. Therefore, the perimeter of square is equal to 4 into side. Is this clear, children? Now let S be the length of the side of the square. Then perimeter of the square is given by P is equal to 4 into S. Yes. Now the unit of perimeter is centimeter, meter, etc. Depending upon whatever unit is being talking about in the question, let us find out the perimeters of some squares. What are they saying? Here the unit, that is nothing but the unit of measurement. Should we write meters or centimeters for this perimeter? It all depends on the question, children. Suppose in the question the sides are given in centimeters, then the perimeter will be written in centimeters. Suppose in the question the length of the sides is given in meters, then the answer, that is the perimeter, will be written in meters. Is this clear? Yes. Now let us look at the given examples. We are having a square whose side is 5 centimeters. We are having a square whose side is 4 centimeters. If we observe the value of only one side, the length of only one side of the square is given here. Why? Because for the square, if you know only one side also, it's enough. Why? Because the remaining 3 sides are equal only. All the sides of the given square are equal. So we can only one side of the square is enough for us. Only one side of the square is enough for us. And also in the formula, P is equal to 4 into S. What do we need? We only need the length of one side. So 4 into S. Here the length of the side is 5 centimeters. That means S is equal to 5. S is equal to 5 centimeters. What is the formula for perimeter? 4 into S. So 4 into, what is the value of S here? 5. 4 into 5 is equal to 20. And what will be the unit here, children? The unit of measurement? It would be centimeters. So the perimeter of the given square whose side is 5 centimeters is 20 centimeters. Is this clear? Or else if you want to see the side of, if you write all the sides, sorry, to 5 meters, it is given in 5 meters, right? So the answer will also be in meters. 4 into 5 meters is equal to 20 meters. The perimeter would be 20 meters. Yes, if you want, you can write the length of all the sides. 5 meters, 5 meters, 5 meters and 5 meters. As the length of all the sides is equal, we have just copied the same length to all the sides. Now, if you remember in the starting, what did we do? We added all the sides to find out the perimeter, right? So, let us add 5 meters plus 5 meters plus 5 meters plus 5 meters. When we add all these together, the value would be 20 meters only. Yes. So again, if we use the formula, that is 4 into S, or else if you add the lengths directly also, the answer is 20 meters itself. Is this clear, children? What is the formula to find out the perimeter of the square? It is nothing but 4 into S. Now coming to the second square, the length of the side is 2 inches. IN means inches. The length of the side is equal to 2 inches. So what will be the perimeter? 4 into S is equal to 4 into 2 inches. The S is nothing but 2 inches. 4 into 2, 8. 8 inches. The perimeter of the square would be 8 inches. See, observe. The unit of measurement I have written as inches. Why inches? Because in the question we are given the length in inches, the answer will be represented in inches as well. Coming to example 3, we are having 3 meters. The side length of the side is 3 meters. So perimeter would be 4 into s, that is nothing but 4 into 3 meters, that is equal to 12 meters. Clear children? Now coming to the last one, the length of the side is 1 centimeter. Now what will be the perimeter again? 4 into s, that is nothing but 4 into 1 centimeter is equal to 4 centimeters. P is equal to 4 centimeters. Is this clear children? How do we find out? What did we learn today? We learnt about the formula for perimeter of rectangle. What is it? It is equal to 2 into L plus B. L plus B is nothing but length plus breadth. And also we have learnt how to find out the perimeter of the square. The formula is 4 into S. S is nothing but the length of the side. Is this clear children? We'll end our class here. Today's class will end here for now, and in the next class we'll discuss few more examples and do some exercise problems on the perimeter of the square and